Good morning from Hanoi train station. It's still bloody freezing. Today we join the Reunification Express to head south to the city of Dong Hoi. Let's see what happens next. Right, we're on board. We booked first class, which is probably not what you're thinking. Anyway, we've got about 10 hours today. It's about 5:30 in the morning, so we're going to get to Dong Hoi this evening, a city further in the south, about halfway to Da Nang. I think I'm going to go in and try and get some extra sleep. See you in a bit. We've just left and they're playing a little tune for us on the way out of Hanoi. No idea what's going on. Just past our first stop of Phu Ly. I'll give you a little look around our cabin. As of yet, there's no one else in here with us, but the top bunks are available. See, we do have some plug sockets which work. I've read that sometimes they don't, so it seems like we got lucky there. You get a little blanket and a cushion, because after all it is used as an overnight sleeper, even though we're travelling in the daytime. Got some space to leave your bags underneath there as well. Nice little flowers decoration and a view out the window. See you again in a bit. Halfway now. Absolutely unremarkable so far. Lots of rice fields. I think we've stopped to refill the water supply. People are getting off and buying stuff from the little corner shops on the platform. 5 more hours to go. What do you think about the office for today? Getting some editing done. So at some point I'll be editing a video of me filming a video of me editing a video. Vietnam Inception. A couple of days later, we're about to jump back on the train again. This time we're in second class. Let's see what the difference is. Second class. It's pretty similar, however, I don't think it's designed for people that are 6'1", because I can't sit very well. However, that one's leaned forward, so hopefully I can do the same here. At the minute we don't have any housemates, so it's just 2 of us in here. We'll report back soon. Okay, I'm in. We've successfully got the bed above to go up. Not gonna lie, it's quite heavy and I really don't want it to fall on me, so fingers crossed for no disasters. See you again in a bit. case I didn't mention it, the main difference between the second class sleeper and the first class sleeper is that there's 3 beds on each side, so there's meant to be 6 people in here. When we booked, it was just us 2 in here, so hopefully it stays that way. We do have a beer advert to brighten things up this time, a little bit of decoration. Even in second class, there's still some power sockets. We've also got a USB next to this light switch, which we'll be testing out because this evening most of our journey is going to be in the dark. We're leaving at 4 o'clock and it's about 6.5 hours to Da Nang, so we'll see what it's like when the sun goes down. Right, as the tea lady makes her rounds outside, it seems like no matter what time it is, it's going to be people pushing the carts up and down. Although this time, instead of banh mi, they had rice and spring rolls on the trolley, so weather's got a bit gruesome again outside. We might as well be driving through Norfolk at the minute rather than Vietnam, but I guess there is the odd banana tree that's a bit of a giveaway. They put the lights on now. Night is about to fall. I'll give you another look once it goes dark. Back to playing a little tune to wake people up. I think we're about to arrive at Hue. Doesn't sound like a very Vietnamese name. H-U-E. It's quite a big place, and that's where the beer comes from. The Hue de beer. It just switched to English and it's pronounced Hoi, not Hue, so I stand corrected. Maybe the beer is Hueda, not Huda. Who knows? Quick beer stop in Hue. Right, we're about 1 hour from our final destination now. There would be some good views of the Bay of Da Nang out the window, but obviously it's pitch black, so we don't get that on this journey. We've had a little picnic and a selection of Southeast Asia's finest beers. I'm going to do a full review at the end of the video of both first class and second class and give a little rundown of everything that I think is pretty decent and anything that I think is a little bit dodgy. Stay tuned for that and I'll see you then. So it seems every city has its own little theme tune on the train. I have to say Da Nang sounds probably like it's one of the better ones. Okay, after a couple of days in the sun in Da Nang, let's go over the differences between first class and second class and some things that work well and some things that don't work so well. Now for the prices, we actually paid in euros on the website 12Go Asia for the first class tickets. They cost around 60 euros for the 2 of us, which works out about £25. For a 10.5 hour journey, I don't think that's too bad. For reference, the town I live in England, High Wycombe, to London, which is about 30 minutes, costs almost exactly the same. Now for the second class tickets, we used a different website, which I can't remember the name of, so I'll put it on the screen, as well as 12Go Asia. And that cost us around £10 each for the second class, which I don't think is that bad value. Again, it's 6.5 hour journey. And really the only difference is that there should be 6 people in a room rather than 4. Obviously there wasn't anyone else in either of the rooms while we were there, so it didn't really make any difference. So it's your call really, whether you pick first or second. It's whether you want to risk being stuck in a room with 2 other people or 4 other people. Now the stops along the way, it does stop at little village provincial stops, but sometimes only for a couple of seconds for someone to load something on and load something off. The bigger cities, it does stop for sometimes up to maybe 10 minutes, enough time for you to get off, run to a shop, buy some noodles, beer, or have a cigarette. Now speaking of food, they do sell food on the train. There'll be someone pushing a trolley up and down sporadically at different intervals. On the first one, they were selling bao buns. On the second one, I believe they had rice and spring rolls. There's also a lady with crisps, tea, coffee, popcorn, that sort of thing. So you can arrive without any food or drink and get by with what's on offer on the train. Now, speaking of the people pushing their trolleys up and down the train, they do have a habit of announcing their arrival. They'll make themselves known and they're quite loud, so if you are intending to get some sleep on this train, you're going to want to have earplugs or noise cancelling headphones, something to block the noise out, because they're loud and they'll shout when they're outside the door to try and make some money from you. Now finally, something that no one wants to talk about but everyone wants the answer to: the toilets on the train. Now, there's Western toilets and there's Asian toilets, and if you don't know what I mean by an Asian toilet, it's a hole in the floor for you to squat over. So in second class, it seemed to be basically only the Asian toilets. In first class, they had the Western toilets. Now, they work. I'm not going to say they were clean, but they were functional, I suppose. There wasn't any toilet paper and there wasn't any soap to wash your hands afterwards. So if you do go on this train, steal some toilet paper from the hotel the night before and bring some hand sanitizer or some liquid soap, because you're probably going to need it. Now that wraps up the Reunification Express review. If you enjoyed it, don't forget to give me a thumbs up. If it helped you out, don't forget to give me a thumbs up. Let me know in the comments if you'd like to ride the Reunification Express. Subscribe for more travel adventures, and I'll see you next time.